So that's it for the sails. We're going to move on to the boards now. We've got all of Victor's quiver here. We've got a couple of double up boards which we're going to talk about. But firstly, let's just talk about what you've got. The Stubby 82 production.
Yeah, production Stubby 82. This is a new model in the Stubby line this year, 76, 82, 89 and 99. And this one is coming from one of my Pozos that I used last year.
So this is the board you were working on last year. We saw in a couple of comps.
Yeah, I had a 77 and then we made the 82, and yeah, it's working great. It's my big medium board for Pozo, which I use between 4.2 up to 4.7.
Okay.
And normally this is my bigger board here to compete. I have bigger boards, but in this one in Pozo the wind picks up really quick, so you don't want to be so overpowered, so you can't do anything. And yeah, it's amazing how this board gets planing compared to the quad, especially in really onshore conditions and small waves where you see the conditions from the outside and you say, it looks like freestyle conditions. So I go on this board and I actually can do wave moves on it.
Well, I've actually seen, I saw you ripping up some ripples the other day on this thing, and the spray coming off the back of the board.
From the big tail.
Yeah.
You can see, on the pictures, you push a lot on the back foot, so you make more spray compared to the quad.
Any setup choices? Let's just have a look at foot straps. I can see you've got it on the furthest part.
Yeah, I use them really separate because I'm tall and I like to be lower on my knees. So if you put them closer to where you are more straight.
Okay.
But so depends on your height. I'm 184, 83 kilo, and that's my choice. And the back foot, especially, I use it. I recommend it even if you are smaller. Just put the front foot farther back.
Okay, so have the back foot
and
at the back.
And the back foot has to be right on top of the back fin, because the back fin is really far back on this board. As the tail is really big, you need to push a lot on the back foot.
Okay, so fin setup, you've got, well, it's difficult to say.
It's pretty much in the middle of the box.
Yeah.
And this one I ride a little bit farther back.
Okay, so you basically line that with your foot strap.
Yeah, I line up on top of this foot strap.
Okay, so furthest straps, I mean, you've got low boom, wide stance.
Yeah.
Okay.
My straps,
put your foot in the foot.
Yeah, I want to put it just so you can see how far it goes.
But they're not so big. I've seen a few riders with massive straps. I would say they're not. They're on the smaller side.
If I do it too big, sometimes I lose the strap.
Yeah.
Especially in windy conditions.
Yeah, gotcha. Do you have them at different? You have them the same size?
No, I have it the same back and forward, and then the base, as you see.
You've got a mark. Yeah, okay.
The mark I do. This is what I use on all my stubbies.
So that is from the base.
It's from the plate.
That's the back of
it's from the plate of the base.
Okay.
I mark it. So you just see this gap and a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't use it so far forward, so I don't dig the nose so much.
Yeah, because obviously it's a lot shorter, this board.
Yeah, they are way shorter. And
okay, so that's
with the parallel rails, you see the width is not so big.
I was going to say, and that's the deceptive thing. It's quite a narrow board.
It's quite a narrow board in the center, but it's wide in nose and tail, so it makes the ride really straight, and that's why it's so fast.
Yeah.
And so fun to ride,
It's going to be interesting, that one. So changes from last year, what's the main change? Is it?
Yeah, it has a little bit less rocker compared to last year, so it's a bit faster.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Even faster.
Even faster.
Okay, we're going to move on to the new board, which obviously, well, we'll give you the backstory on these boards. This is the new Fanatic Grip.
Yeah.
Before, I think it's safe to say everyone knew, there was a Fanatic Quad, which is the down the line wave board, and then there was a Fanatic Tri Wave, which was the more onshore board. This is a combo, is that right?
This is a combo between the Tri Wave and the Quad. It's called the Grip, and it's a rocker between both boards, Okay. The tail is the tail from the Tri Wave.
Yeah.
But the outline is also a little bit more from the Tri Wave, but the rocker is more from the Quad. So we try to adjust a few things and make one board that it's fun for Tri Wave guys or Quad fin guys,
So it's
adjusting the fins a little bit forward and back, you can have really good top turns, or you can plane like crazy.
Okay.
As well.
So this is kind of the one board does it all.
Yeah, I think so. They are coming from boards that we had last year.
Yeah.
The one I compete here in Pozo, my 82, it's coming from this board, same as the 76. So yeah, Plus and I and the other riders, Adam and Alessio, they have a bit different boards, and when we test all together with Craig Hertenbach, we choose the right one, and this one goes to production. And
I mean, I know you were working
this
on
thing
this
came out.
board for a while, because I remember when you won the event in Tenerife, everyone was talking about this board because it had the tri-fin graphics, but it had 4 fins, and there was a few people getting a bit confused. But that was the start.
That was the start of the grip, exactly. We just adjust a few things, as I told you.
Yeah.
And we thought to don't mess around too much with the people, we put 5 fin boxes, and actually we test them with thruster or quads, and they work great, you know.
Okay.
The people with the more back foot wave riding, you know, they sell out on their back foot.
Yeah.
I recommend them to use them as a tri-wave if they had a tri-wave before.
Yeah.
And the quad fin guys, for sure quad, and just put the fins farther forward if the conditions are side off.
Yeah.
And for onshore, just put them farther back and you will fly.
Okay. Well, let's have a look at your setup on this. Obviously, you've still got the foot straps in the furthest positions.
Yeah. Farthest away. Same.
Fins. Let's have a look at the fins.
Mast
foot, sorry.
Mast foot, pretty similar, to the stabby as well. It's not that long, but as I ride the fin farther forward, I also like to ride the base farther back.
Yeah.
So I'm riding a lot on the tail of the board.
Gotcha.
For wave riding. And I don't dig the nose so much.
And this is obviously 82. What sail sizes would you use this with here in Pozo?
4.2 and 4.5 is what I would ride if the waves are good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have a look at your fins. Let's check the fins. Oh, it's standard here. This is a standard setup, right in the middle.
Yeah, right in the middle. Because at Hokiba, when I was doing the photo shoot, I put them here and the board was a little bit stiff, but then I moved them like this bit farther forward and this bit farther forward, and it was another board.
But that's nothing. It's like a.
It was like a proper sideshow board.
Really?
So I was really impressed.
So for people at home who are looking at this, the fin you're talking about is moving.
This bit, you know, like 1 cm farther forward, and back fin and
both fins further forward.
Both fins, everything farther forward.
If you were to run this as a tri-fin, whereabouts do you have your fin? Or do you just run this as a quad?
I ride it only as a quad, but I have tried as thruster. And this fin, I like to put it a little bit farther forward for riding.
Yeah.
And this one in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And lined up
and
with
for super onshore, like seal conditions, farther back, and this one farther back too.
Do you use bigger fins when it's like that? Maybe?
Yeah, bigger fins, like 17 and 11s.
17 and 11s if you run it as a tri-fin.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So these are 14.5s, 9.5s. How do they line up?
This is the standard size fins I use in most of my boards.
Yeah.
Even the 76, 82, or 89.
It's actually very similar to my setup as well. 9.5s, 14, 14.5s. It's actually quite a good.
I like these sizes.
And they line up with your back fin with a foot strap. So the front edge looks like it's on the front of the foot strap.
A little bit farther forward, yeah.
Yeah.
This makes the board a little bit more loose. Farther forward, more loose. Farther back, nose more down.
Yeah.
And it's faster. Yeah.
Okay. We've obviously got some more boards here. They're all basically the Fanatic Grip boards. And a couple of customs in here.
Yeah.
And we've got to talk about this one. You've got 2 82s and 2 76s. Obviously, this guy's the world champion. You're taking no chances.
Yeah.
This is the board you actually won the competition on last year.
Yeah, I love this board. It's a magic board for me in Pozo.
Yeah.
Last year I won on this board, and this year I just changed the graphics because I didn't want to make a new one.
Yeah.
Because the production it's a copy of this board.
The exact board.
Exact board. So this was my backup, you know.
Yeah.
In case I break the board or the fin box on the rocks or something. And this board flies. I use it from 4.0 to 3.0.
Okay.
And I don't use smaller than that because I'm 83 kilo and it's quite small already.
Yeah.
And on the quad I can hold way more wind than on a single fin, you know.
Yeah.
So,
But that's quite small, really. I think when I listen to Brazilio and these guys, they actually use a lot bigger board. I think I would maybe safe to say you're 82, 83 kilos. This is a 76.
yeah.
I would say that's quite small. Because
Yeah.
we get a lot of 4.0 days here. For you, I'd imagine 4.0.
But it's 56 wide.
Okay.
It's exactly the same as the production. You see,
Yeah.
76, 56, 222.
Yeah.
The width is really important, and the deck of the board is really flat, so it makes the board fits a little bit bigger and
Okay.
floats really well when
Yeah.
you're on top, even if the wind goes down.
Gotcha.
I get going, you know.
Yeah.
The
Well, I was
board
going to
is
say you're
it's
one of the fastest guys out there.
super fast this board, so I can use 75, and it's right for me on with my weight.
Yeah. And mass tracking this one, there's no mark there, but you probably
But
just know this
it's
board.
like the on the 82, the
Okay.
same place, same position.
Okay.
And foot straps same, and the
Fins?
same. Pretty
Yeah.
much. On this one I put them a little bit farther back because they were too small, and I wanted to be even faster.
Yeah. So you do just tweak them a little bit, just a little bit further back.
Depending on the waves, I just move the things, and
Yeah.
it makes a lot of difference.
And obviously, this board's pretty special because
It's super special.
winning Pozo last year, like you say, it's exactly this is the board they copied to make
Yeah,
the grip
exactly.
76. But you're obviously this one's got some attachment.
Yeah, this one, you know, when you sell it a lot, you know,
Feels,
yeah.
it changes, doesn't it?
Even if the other board is the same, you need to have a couple of hours to get used to it, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
Even if they're exactly the same.
Okay.
So-
Well, there we go. That is Victor Fernandez's full setup here in Pozo. Low boom, wide stance. I mean, it's quite interesting actually because there's a few probably guys watching this thinking, oh, maybe you know.
Yeah,
it's-
I hope people like my tips, and yeah, they can tune their stuff better to sail faster and improve the windsurfing. And I hope you guys like it.
Thank you. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah.
That's good.